And hello, people. Howdy, howdy. Thanks for the welcome back. Yeah, it has been. It's been about a week. I've had IRL stuff going on, so you know. I mean, on top of that, I was also waiting on my laptop to come in. Now it's here. It's been here. I've been testing it for like a few days now, just to make sure that everything works well with it and stuff. So, but yeah, let me switch screens. Then that way you guys can see what I'm working with here today. Actually, I don't even think we really need my face. You know what? That'll be another test at some point. We won't run my face today. That'll be another day. Today is more about testing the laptop's limits I mean, I guess I probably should have had it open because at some point I am going to use it, but I don't want to give this computer too much to work with. But yeah. So we're gonna do some testing today, probably. It's gonna be more of a chill stream, I feel. Especially having getting back into everything. I just wanted it to be kind of relaxed. And for a lot of you, it probably is early. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to start with. Normally, in order to test a game, I usually will try something like Lego Jurassic World, because that's the only thing that I have that's installed that will, I guess, test the FPS. But yeah, before we do that, I'll just I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. Then we'll dip into it. Mostly right now I'm just checking to make sure everything works as it should. Like I said, I should be testing honk with this, but like I said, I feel like I shouldn't do too much at one time. That'll be like another stream once I figure out everything. OBS actually isn't doing too bad. Yep. Thanks for the support, by the way. Thanks for coming out. Glad to have you here. All right. So I guess I don't know. What game do I want to try to play? I think you need to stream like 2 hours late. Yeah, I probably should have. But the issue with today and tomorrow, for that matter, if I do it tomorrow, yeah, I'll probably do it at like 10 or so. But I've got work later today, so I figured I would do this, get some extra sleep, and then go into work. That was kind of what I was thinking at the time. But yeah, I need to figure out my stream schedule. Like probably start doing it at around 10 maybe. Either way, it was this was mostly like a test stream though, which is it's good because I need to do one of these for when I actually want to do something to test everything. You know what though? Something that I can test out. I saw this yesterday, I think. Let's type in Linktree, see if it'll do it. Okay, my guess as to why that's not working is because it's a link, and that doesn't take too kindly to that. What about if I do this one? No, I don't guess I don't guess it's gonna do anything. That is sad. What games have I tried? So I don't know if you're in the Discord or not. I don't remember. I posted something about like I posted my list of games on Steam and like no one really gave any comments. But so here's what I've tried. I have tried I tried Jurassic World Lego. Uh no, that's understandable. No, I'm okay with that. I was just saying. Um yeah, so Lego Jurassic World, Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD. I've tried Uno with it. I've tried. What else did I try? I know there was another game. I think it started with. Oh yeah, Magic the Gathering. I tried that one. Oh, you mean as in Dark Souls? Let's switch to another one. I can show you my library that I've tried so far. So as far as like recent games go, um, I've tried Lego Jurassic World. The Mega Man Legacy Collection. I did forget that one. Magic the Gathering, Uno, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD. Um, Lego Jurassic World and Magic the Gathering are gonna be more indicators of the um like the FPS because of the other games just like it is okay, so Tony Hawk Pro Skater will not um for some reason it just does not. I don't think it does more than 60 FPS. There's some games that I have that just won't go over 60. But that's fine because I don't have anything that needs to go over, you know. Um, all nice old games except Uno. That game breaks friendships. In response to your suggestion about Dark Souls and stuff like that, I'm not really a Dark Souls type of person. I just I never got into it. But yeah, I can pull up some Lego Jurassic World and then I can show you guys what's going on with that. Now, just to let everyone know before anything gets started, I do have to go in and disable VSync in order to see the actual specs on it. But yeah, game mode is on. We've got Mango HUD going on. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't play them just because it's not really my style of play. Like I think the closest I'll get to is like I don't know, as far as like AAA games, uh I don't know if Dead by Daylight counts, but that's one that I get into. Now, do bear in mind too with this game, I have actually if we take a look at our effects, oh, all AAA games are so optimized, laggy plus mediocre story for $60. Oh yeah, got you. Hello and welcome to the stream. Yeah, so as far as our effects go, we've got everything on high. It's either high or it's on. As far as our video settings go, we are running at 1920 by 1080. Refresh rate is 60. Just random gaming. Well, I'm testing out specs on this HP Victus that I got. Um, so it's got like a it goes up to 4.6 gigahertz for the processor. It's like a 6 core, 12 threads. Um, yeah, I'm about to turn vertical sync off. I let's see, and then everything else is on high. Let's accept, and then we'll just use the current display mode. Um, but yeah, that's the processor that's going on with it. I've got a Radeon RX 6550M dedicated graphics card. Yeah, we are running Proton G. Um, Now I will admit that when I did game this for the first time, when I finally got everything set up, uh, it did crash my PC for some reason. I don't know why, but it did crash it. Since that first time, I haven't had any problems with it since then. But the CPU is actually doing really well. It seems like the FPS is getting over like 200. Um, let's see. How much did you buy the laptop? I think it was. I don't know an exact price. It was around 400. I think. Actually, when it comes to swap, I think there's like the same amount. I think what Cashy does is that it gives like Let me go ahead and start into the game. I think CashOS just gives it like as much RAM. It gives it as much swap as you have RAM. In my case, which there's like 24 gigs of RAM in this. Proper kernel panic or just hang? Yeah, I don't exactly know, but like, I mean, as you can see, like the game is like doing just fine. Like we're doing over, like the CPU's fine. It's not going over 40. That is insane. Yeah, well, we do have better FS. But do you have some swap? Yeah, I do have some swap, definitely. Was since I had mine off. Gotcha. Let's bust some stuff here. But no, if you guys have like any yeah, you know, normally this was like I'll show you the exact place that I was having an issue. I was having an issue like right in this spot, and I wasn't sure why. But yeah, I think a lot of your FPS is being taken up by this helicopter here. So like if we move a little bit further, everything seems to be working just fine with it. But yeah, eventually I do want to play more games with this. I just don't know what I want to play yet. But so far with CashOS and it I don't know, it's been running pretty smooth. I wonder if that's noise torch because I'm hearing some buzzing every now and then. Not sure what that's all about. Yes, I do like the I do like my retro games. Which unfortunately I was not I did not get Mezen prepared. Sorry about that. I figured most people would want to just see what was going on with Steam and everything. But next time we could try out some retro gaming with that. Yeah, it was well, so this computer is like if you I ended up getting it from a dude at a pawn shop. And so I say that to say this. The computers are these HP Victus. I was pricing them, and they are at least 200 plus more than what I paid for this one. And the reason why I went with this one was because of the price, and I went with it because of the fact that it had as much RAM as it did. Because, you know, it's not normal to find one of these that has like 24 gigs of RAM in it. For laptop with that specs, it's good, but for PC, it's all right. No, yeah, no, I agree. I actually got my old PC back yesterday, and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it or if I just want to sell it. But I don't know. I still prefer working with laptops when I can. Welcome, and thanks for stopping by. So the HP Victus is supposed to be a gaming laptop that is designed by HP. This is the computer I'm currently running right now. It's got like a 70. It's a Ryzen 5 7535HS processor. If anyone's curious on that, um, is it all soldered RAM? With it being HP, I doubt it. I haven't opened it up, but I don't think it's soldered because like you can make upgrades. I'm pretty sure to this. Give it to someone who needs it, not with flippers. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just some thoughts. Not sure what I want to do with it yet. Yeah, it is. It's a 16 gigabyte stick and an 8 gigabyte stick. So whoever stuck it in there clearly was able to put in more RAM. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, I agree. I think if I had any feedback to give people, this is what I would say. I would say that um don't give up on finding a good deal for a computer. Um I I know there was this one dude came in probably last week or 2 weeks ago. He's like, "Yeah, you're not going to find a decent laptop for that price." And what was funny was I actually paid $100 less than I was looking to do and still got a pretty good deal. So, you're going to have people that are negative and that are like, yeah, you're not going to do this or that. Just my advice is don't listen to those people. They don't know what they're talking about. Uh oh yeah, definitely. Bought my T480 $150 with 16 gigabytes in it. Oh, I better run away. He's trying to stomp on me. Uh Nice. Yes, I am on Hyperland. Yep, definitely on Hyperland. Yeah, funny story. I was actually, the day after I did the NixOS stream, I decided that I was gonna go with NixOS, and I ran into some problems. Like I liked everything, but then I ran into two packages that were essential that cannot I cannot get them any other way. And those packages were Zen browser and .env for Python. Could not for the life of me figure out how to do all that. And I really appreciate NixOS for what it does, for what it is, but it's just not for me right now. It just doesn't work out. But like NixOS is pretty good, I would say. Like if you can work with everything that you need to in it, then yeah, go for it. Oh, let me catch up on chat here. In Poland, the deals aren't this great, though a lot of peeps are very greedy when it comes to secondhand laptop stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just, I was looking one day and there was this, because I was prepared to buy a new laptop, and I was doing it through this one listing. But the one listing, it for some reason was like the seller changed how the listing was going to go or something like that was the error that I was getting. And so I just I don't know, I tried like two or three different ways to get the laptop and it wouldn't let me get that one. So I was looking at some other listings and that's what I came across. Let's see. So I am using neither. I am using CashOS. So Arch based, technically. Um, with Windows, YouTube is kind of laggy when I change to Arch. KDE is just way faster, and now I'm using Hyperland. Gotcha. My T480 was around $300 since I was hunting for the i7 model, and that was the cheapest I found in a while. That's for no GPU. Okay, gotcha. I should do a poll. I'm actually thinking about doing a poll. What's the difference between CashOS and vanilla Arch Linux? So CashOS does a great job at optimizing your computer for performance. Specifically for gaming performance, I would say. It's also the thing about vanilla Arch is that like you got things like Arch install, but with CashOS, you actually have something called Calamares. Yeah, you got Calamares installer, and no, the biggest thing I would say is just on performance. The performance is generally better, and it comes optimized how it sees fit. Uh oh yeah, it has to stop the game in order to do this. All right, so the poll. This is the poll I want to do. Now when I ask this question, this is for just general play. So basically what I'm asking is should you always have VSync on? Or let's see, hold on a minute. Should you use VSync at all? We'll start the poll there. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's the only thing about like Jurassic World or Lego games in general is that like anytime I have to switch to a different window, you don't get to see the game window. It does have 144 hertz. I actually backed it down to 60 though. In actually, you know what I could do is that I could go back into my Hyperland settings when I'm done with stream and enable the 144. I just thought 144 was like overkill, but um I have to set my monitor preferences to begin with because it likes to zoom everything in, but like I could change the hertz to 144. My external hard drive or my external monitor actually goes to like 75, I think. I don't know. I'd have to look back at a render or not a render, X render. Oh, also I forgot to mention this. Welcome back, Arthros. Glad to have you here. 144 hertz will burn your battery. Hmm. It's way smoother and more barrier, really satisfying with I don't know. I just I don't know. Like I guess I'm just used to like 60 FPS. So like, I don't know. I'm gonna end up turning it back on though whenever I get finished with stream. Well, what is this? I'm trying to save this dude. How do I save this dude? Oh, I need another person that I don't have. Depends on how much your monitor refresh rate is. If your current FPS is more than your monitor rate, at least 25%, then VSync on. If current FPS below monitor refresh, okay, gotcha. If you have VRR, then VSync off. If you have Java screen tearing, VSync on. Well, first of all, thank you for joining the chat. Glad to have you here. I will take that into consideration in the future. But yeah, no, I think 60 FPS does everything just fine for me. I don't know. I don't like using a lot of resources. I'm like very like I think a lot of people had misconceptions about when I was first looking for a computer. They're like, well, what are you looking for? And I'm like, I just want 60 FPS for like 1080p. Like those were my specifics. And people were like, "Oh, so basically you want what everyone else wants." And I'm just like, "Well, no, not exactly, cuz what everyone else wants is like something that's above 60." Like they want the most optimal stuff, and I'm just like, I don't have to have the absolute best. Hey, Clara, welcome back to the stream. For some reason, I've got to look back in Stream Elements. I thought I had fixed it yesterday, but I did not fix it as a result. I'll go ahead and tell you the specs on it though. Just give me a second. I think WLR render for Wayland compositor like Hyperland instead of. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do need to try that out. All right, thank you. So the specs. What do we got working with? We're working with AMD Ryzen 5. It is the 7535HS. 6 cores, 12 threads. Goes up to 4.6 gigahertz for the processor. The graphics card, it has. Oh yeah, this was the part I didn't tell people. So it has a integrated. It has an integrated one, but it's like 680M, but it's a Radeon. Um, the the dedicated one. The dedicated graphics card is the one that's most talked about, which is the AMD Radeon RX 6550M. On Fast Fetch, it actually says that it's like a 6500. But according to the sticker, it says it's a 6550. Probably not much difference, but yeah. Gotcha. So wow, we got a bunch of people that say no to VSync. Gotcha. Interesting. I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing a proper test then. Because a proper test would be like running it as high of a refresh rate as I possibly could. Let's see what's going on. 6500 is the family, so the fetch probably needs the GPU family name. Oh, gotcha. From what I see, this is comparable to the 6500 XT. You might need to change stuff in the config since you're not sure if HyperCTL implements all the functionality of render stuff. Welcome back, voice. Glad to have you here. Glad to have the whole gang. Only enable VSync if you can guarantee to consistency be at an FPS higher than your monitor refresh rate. So, for example, I have a 6800. Whoa, okay, Mike. I hear you. So for example, you have a 6800 XT. The fetch says it's a 6800, 6900. Gotcha. I'm just kind of running around in circles at this point. But yeah, I mean, in that case, sorry, I'm not doing a good job with showing off the specs. I could have easily had like 144 hertz. If your monitor is 120 and your FPS is 130 to 140, you can enable it. Yeah, so my external monitor has I think it goes up to 75 hertz. My laptop monitor goes to 144. But I mean, as you guys can see, it's I think I would still like if I'm playing games, I think at the end of the day, let's see. With this being at around 140, yeah, I don't think turning it off would I don't know. I have to think about that. I always get confused whenever I talk about VSync. Because VSync on means that it's limiting the FPS. Not having it on means that the FPS is unlimited. So like I guess what I'm trying to say is that in certain aspects of the game, like if I wanted to do 144 hertz, I would have to back off of oh no, you know what I forgot, you guys? I'm so sorry. I forgot to install Minecraft. Oh no, now I gotta do another stream? No, I'm just playing. Let's see. Oh man, I got a bunch of comments to read. Alright, we're gonna have to pause this for a second so I can catch up. If your monitor is 120 hertz and your FPS is 130 to 140, you can enable it. Oh, thanks for the welcome back. Even if you have a 60 hertz monitor, it's way better experience to play at like 120 FPS since it reduces latency a lot. At 144 hertz range, I use VSync, but at 60 hertz would be a no. Gotcha. VSync matches the frames generated by GPU to the monitor refresh. If there's a time gap between them, GPU waits for the frame to sync. If you're below refresh rate, it would cause input lag. Gotcha. RDD2? I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. If you're 2x about monitor refresh, it would be so smoother. Yeah. I don't think I have G-Sync on this one. I'm not isn't G-Sync like an Nvidia thing? Oh, your Fedora blew up? I'm sorry to hear that. Welcome to Debian. Oh, they're okay. CPU scheduling, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. But yeah, at some point, I'll have to do some more gaming, like some more testing, just to see how things go with it. I mean, this isn't going to be the last stream, right? So like, I'm coming at this with like, different, you know, there's like, I guess I need more like input as far as like what you guys would want to see me play. Um, I do want to go ahead and get Minecraft at some point though, and we can test out Minecraft because Minecraft, like the FPS on that thing, it's going to go high. Um. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Welcome back, a myth. What you mean? I already ditched Windows. I always ditch Windows when it comes to installing new distributions. It seems that Fedora is not even as. Oh, gotcha. Oh, you saw me drawing? Yeah, I could. I mean, that's probably what we're gonna end up doing. Is just next time we play Minecraft, I'm gonna end up doing creative streams anyway, or yeah, creative streams. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I always do that. I that was the first thing I did. I got this computer. The first thing I did was I went to go get my USB drive, my flash drive, and I'm like, let's do this. Let's install Cache, and I did just that. Make sure you start your creative Minecraft world in super flat. I mean, I'll try. No, I don't. I'm not really interested in Windows right now. I don't know. I really just don't want to deal with Windows. Let's see. QT6 Wayland buggy update broke the screen locker. Gotcha. Okay, so about the 1080p, this should be at 1080p 60 FPS. Last time I did a stream, people complained that the stream was not at 1080. So, yeah. Are you kidding me? How is it still on 720p? Is it because of the bitrate? I listen, I don't know how that happened, okay? All that I know is that in my settings, I have set it to 1020p or sorry, 1080p at 60 FPS. That's my settings for it. How it keeps going to 720p, I have zero clue. But thank you for letting me know because then I can figure out what is going on with the stream. Um Yeah, we'll see what happens in Minecraft for sure. Um, just catching up on chat. Anyway, yeah, I'll look into it to see what is going on with it. My only guess at the moment is that it has something to do with um probably my bitrate not being high enough. This is Lego Jurassic World. Let's see. What are you planning to do with your new PC? Um, well, mostly about like I did before, just mostly stream, game. Um, I mean, not. I don't really do a lot of gaming. The only time I really game is on stream. Um, I mean, most of the time, if I'm being real, if I'm doing anything on my computer, it's usually either tinkering with code or I'm watching YouTube. It's not really a whole lot of interesting things going on in my life when it comes to me using my computer. But mostly just to have like a good running stream uh is generally the goal with the new PC. Yeah, no, we're not. No, I'm good on Gen 2. That's all I'll say about that. Maybe you have the canvas set to 1080, but your output to 720. Uh, let's see. I don't think the Lego game is new. I think it's like, I think this was done in like 20. I want to say 2015, maybe 2017, probably 2015, maybe, or 2016. Uh, let me pause because we got a lot going on here. If you really want to test performance of your computer, you can play Minecraft on an amplified world where there's a bunch of mountains for your computer to chew on. Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to, I could. Maybe you have the canvas set to 1080, but your output to 720. Uh, the only so I have it on simple as far as the output goes. No, sorry, the output is like it's at 1080p for the canvas, and then the output is supposed to be 1080p as well. The only other option that I know of is maybe to stick it on advanced. I could probably stick it on like the advanced settings of the encoder and like force it to go to 1080p maybe. I mean, I have it on simple, so I don't know if it would do any difference. Uh let's see. 1080p 60 FPS OBS recommends 4500 to 9000. Yeah, so I have mine at 6K. Yeah, 6 kbps. Or it's 6000 is what I'm trying to say. My bit rate is at 6000. Uh Simple doesn't bump down the res. Then I have no idea what it is. The only thing is that I don't have Minecraft installed, and you guys would have to wait for me to install Minecraft. No. Uh, as far as I know, I don't think it does 4K. I don't think so. No. Um. All right. Hold on a minute. Let's figure this out. Uh, how much did you pay for the new rig? It was around 400. Well, yeah, I thought that 720 was fine too. But some people they prefer it to be at 1080. Um, which is fine. Um, I'll tell you what. Let's quit to Windows. We'll exit that for now. Uh, Give me just a second, and I'll get started on Minecraft. Um, yeah, I figured as much. I think there's a way to use your PC for streaming what's played on your laptop. This free the laptop from the burden of streaming, and if it crashes, the stream isn't affected. Yeah, I mean it's possible. I believe you do that with capture cards, though. You probably need at least an Intel Core or AMD Ryzen for 4K streaming. Yeah, I'm not really interested in doing the 4K streaming. No, I don't. I don't cap it. Um, I didn't know that I could do that on a laptop. Um, all right. So yeah, you guys are just gonna have to give me a second because we will take a look. The output is on simple. The video is on 1920 by 1080 for the base and the output. Um, we're gonna switch back to that one for the time being. Uh, oh yeah, moderate. I think it was. I was trying to remember if it was Peru or if it was. I don't remember how to get Moderanth. I think it was. Oh yeah, now this is gonna bug me. All right, give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let me check on um Oh, so it's modrinth dash app. Okay, gotcha. All right, and then all right, yeah, so that's going to take a little bit of time. One thing I do want to go ahead and say while we're at it is I want to thank you guys for joining the stream. If you guys like the stream, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed the stream, consider becoming a subscriber today. We also have in the description, we have the link to my link tree. You can join the Discord or the Matrix room, depending on which one you prefer. You know, you can get in contact with me further there and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Let's see. It's not clear to me why video downloader installed from the Debian Trixie repository. I don't know either. You seem to know stuff. Subbed. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I don't claim to know everything, like especially about Linux. I like what I like though. I know what I like, I guess. Um and thank you, Tom. Glad to have you here. Oh, Clara, you're still on NixOS? Yeah, so here's the thing about NixOS. I had to uninstall NixOS. NixOS had two packages that were missing for me that I couldn't really live without, and I had to go back. Like, NixOS is great. I will always claim that NixOS or in my mind, I feel like I'll always do it. I don't know if I'll always do it or not, but I feel like it's a good distribution, but there's some things that are missing for me. So I was missing I was missing Zen browser, and I was missing python.env. Looks like I will still have to rely on Flatpaks for some applications. Ew, app images? No, thank you. No, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, flakes. Don't even, bro. Y'all coming at me with flakes. I don't understand flakes. I tried. I've racked my brain for 6 hours on the flake wheel, and I could not for the life of me figure out flakes. It like I don't know. I tried every possible thing that I could to get it as a flake. It was not working for me. Uh okay, but again, when it comes to Python, it is NixOS is not the easiest when it comes to Python packages though. I mean, I'm sure you can get it there, but the effort that was required, I was not willing to put in. That, and there was no clear explanation as to how you were able to get .env on there. No, bro, don't even talk to me about flakes. they're not that easy. Uh, let's see. NixOS is nice, but I can set up Arch Linux faster than I can set up NixOS. Well, the thing about NixOS is that you're supposed to be able to just have like that line or that you're supposed to be able to have just that configuration that you just back up to everywhere. Um, speed running Arch. That's funny. Global Python packages are a curse anyway. I don't necessarily disagree. I think Python definitely has its issues. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. Python, like especially if you're installing like PIP stuff, like I don't know. I guess it's just because I've been accustomed to CachyOS. Because like with CachyOS, I can just download .env as a package. Like I don't even have to go through pip. Um, yeah. So I think I was using 3.13 for the for my Python. Um, yeah. I'm never really been a fan of the V in what is that VENVS? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll just spell it. Zen is currently being packaged by the devs, coming soon. Yeah, so here's the thing about app image. Again, I don't like using app images unless I absolutely have to, and that was like forever ago. Flatpak, the Flatpak for it is not the best. Your file picker, for example, uh, you are very limited. Like I had to go into the Zen browser settings just to be able to enable the file picker. And then once I enabled it, the only options that you had for folders for selecting was the downloads folder. That's it. But yeah, I can't wait until they do come out with Zen. That would be great. Um, let's see. I installed Zen by downloading a pre-compiled deb package. Yeah, that is a good thing about the V any the VENVS. Yep. So many people talk about things that can't be done on NixOS, but no one talks about things that NixOS can do that no other distro can. Um, I mean, I feel like I have maybe not done a decent job at it, but I've said nothing but good things about NixOS other than the things that I can't do with it. Like, I'll give you an example. NixOS is great about being able to have a configuration file. Just having the configuration file. Oh, let me switch windows, by the way. Just that way you guys can see what's going on. No, I understand. Uh, I get that. Um, no, I feel like the configuration file is great. It is a great invention that I think more distributions should go with. I think um it I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily like I guess when it comes down to it, my problems isn't so much with like what NixOS can't do. It's not so much about what it can't do, it's so much about what I can't do with it. Because like you guys have been saying, I'm sure that there's things that you can do with NixOS that I just haven't figured out yet. But that doesn't mean you can't necessarily do it, I guess. File picker is related to the XDG portal stuff. You have to set the right stuff for XDG. Yeah, I mean, I would rather have my package manager do that, but that's just me. Uh, Debian 13 needs a update. Gotcha. Can't you give it access to Flat Steel? Welcome to the stream. Not sure. I had to manually change the Zen portal to Katie using about config. First time this laptop doing productive work. Yeah. All right. So that took about 10 minutes of my life. Uh, masochist behavior is part of the learning curve. Yeah. I tried Nix and it seems like a disk space waster mobile. I get why people use it. I have a VM with it, but I'm not putting it on my host. I mean, I guess it is what it is. Um, we'll go ahead and end the poll. All right. So let us I need to switch back for just a second because it's going to ask me for some stuff. Okay, and then okay, now remind me again what we had to add to Modrinth. I think we added sodium, if I'm not mistaken. Well, actually, first thing I got to do is create a new instance. But I think we used what was it? Fabric, I think. And we used the latest version. Um let's see. Oh, you know what? I got to remember how to add in Mango HUD. Okay, so we definitely have sodium on there now. No, okay, so I have Mango HUD. That's not the issue. The issue was how to enable it in my um Wofi. That's what it is. All right, give me just a second while I look this up. Actually, I think I know what I did. No, I'm aware of that. No, what I'm saying is that I need to edit the desktop file. Okay. Let me back up. Let me restart this. So I used Wofi to open up the applications. Okay, I need to access the .desktop file to add in Mango HUD in game mode run, so that way when I click on it in Wofi, that it will automatically run it. That's what I meant. I'm aware of that. Um, Also, welcome to the stream. We're just we're getting Minecraft set up. If you will be patient with me, please, and thank you. Local share. That's what it is. And then let me see. It's only showing me. Hmm. It's not showing me all the packages that I've got. Actually, you know what I could do? I could just we'll just do a quick search. That's what it is. Let's open this up with Genie. And then under exec, we'll do Mango HUD and then game mode run. Oh no, I got that. Uh all right, so give me just a second still. Because I've so here's the thing. I found it in the user share applications. All right, game mode run, and then Yes, most definitely. I do appreciate the feedback, HRF. Glad to have you here. Um, Here's a Minecraft. I'm assuming that's seed to try. Um, okay. So, Moderate app. You weren't supposed to run game mode run on Kashi. Welcome back, Vindicta. I couldn't get game performance going. I don't really understand game performance. Or game dash performance, I mean. Alright, let's just we'll run that. Alright, I gotta turn this music down. Give me a minute. And then I'll show my screen. Okay. There we go. We got it. We did it. We did it. Game mode doesn't do that much anyways. Something about the technique already being included in Kashi by default. VSync is on. Let's change that. Max frame rate. We'll just do unlimited. VSync can be turned off. Full screen, yes. What you mean? How did it look like that? I use Fabric and I use sorry, not Moderanth. Moderanth is the launcher. Yeah, Moderanth is the launcher. I use Sodium along with it. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what other settings we have this on. A render distance to max. I don't know. Do we want to run everything on the highest? Oh, simulations to 24. All right. Brightness I think is fine. Let's see what else. I think quality we've got fancy. Everything's looking good. Apply and go to advanced. CPU render for debugging only. Oh, set render to 10. Oh, it only goes up to 9 frames. Oh, no, you're good. For some reason, my battery is going down. I think. Performance tab there is. Why would you have 9 in flight? That makes no sense from a GPU coding perspective. Oh, performance there is more. Got you. Yeah, I'd have to watch that video that I watched one time where I was looking at it. I don't know, let's click on apply though. Oh, change the chunk update threads. I guess I could do it to 12 threads. Oh, change it to 5. As long as the computer don't run dry. What you trying to say? Is it a thirsty boy? All right, here's what I will say. If the computer crashes on me, all right? If the computer crashes on me at any point, that's the end of the stream. Just so everyone's aware. Okay, so how do I how am I supposed to put in seeds then? Oh, new world and set seed. Okay. New world. The Pix's creative world. Peaceful. No, this is where the seed goes. All right, let me check that seed again just to. All right. All right. Are we ready to see what this bad boy does? Cross my fingers. All right. bunch of goats. Or, sorry, rams. Yeah, it's been dipping a little bit past 100. Or a little under 100, I mean. Oh, sorry, I was talking about the GPU, not the CPU. Yeah, that CPU is getting pretty high. I need to change controls. I don't know. I'm just tired of like every time I want to be able to move like the camera at the same time as me walking, but it's not letting me do that. The only way I was able to do it before was with an external mouse. It seems hey Kaji, welcome back. What you mean which config? That checks out, but I thought it was gonna run at 15 FPS stable. Yeah, it'll work itself out once it you can't do it with Wayland, you can do it on X11. Yeah, I'm playing with a trackpad. I am on CashOS. Also, welcome to the stream. The CPU is a Ryzen 5 7535HS. The GPU is a Radeon RX 6550M. The RAM is 24 gigs. Fly in any direction. Okay, we got a little bit of dippage. Yeah, I got sodium on. Normally, all of this would be capped at 60. Just because I think this is excessive for like FPS. It's not stable. It's so strange. There is one worse scenario, and that's making a world with one layer of sand, then tip it. Gotcha. Well, you've also got to take into consideration that we just like this is not optimized for performance. This is optimized for quality. So, as long as you take that into consideration, like because the settings that I was just given the settings that I was just given was for. I don't believe they were for performance whatsoever, because this thing would be doing over 200. Oh, I take it that's a good thing that we got to 90 FPS. Just got to do something about these controls. Well, wait a minute. Can I not use a gamepad on this? I don't think I can use my gamepad on this. Oh, 24 chunk simulation is crazy. Hmm. Reasonable would be 10. I usually played at 15. Okay. So then I guess I did a good thing then when I got this computer. I don't know. Normally I would not have it on these settings though. Um but I think I am going to start leaving VSync off and just uh I'll probably go to like 144 hertz the next time for the refresh rate. Well, I mean, I can see 60 FPS, but going past 60 FPS is like kind of difficult. No, I'm good. Um, no, this is plenty of this is plenty for me. What in the world is my mic doing? My mic sometimes likes to spaz out, but it's only because I'm using noise torch. Because if I wasn't using noise torch, you'd be hearing my fan right now, and that would not be good. I have not tried well actually no, I have tried gaming at 144. I only tried it for like a small second though. No, we can definitely use a frame limiter. But the point of the stream was like just to like show everyone like what it can do. So I mean it's not like we're completely far from the point, right? Like we're able uh to show what it can do. I mean, once everything loads in there, like the CPU calms down, the FPS kind of calms down a little bit. Yeah, no, I thought 60 was pretty good. Like I mean, I guess use it if you've got it is the mentality, but um I don't know. Let's explore more lands. We'll explore over here. Yeah, let's get out of the clouds. Yeah, man, that CPU, like it is working its tail off. Hey, you know, I feel like the running joke here though is going to be it could be worse. We could be streaming on the N100. Yeah, no, I don't even have to have 4K. Like, someone earlier was talking about, is it in 4K? And I'm like, I don't really have to. Like, it's not in 4K, but I don't have to have it in 4K. Like, 1080 is fine with me. But yeah, pretty good so far. Just, I don't know if I was sinking there or what was happening. I think I was getting frostbite. For a 15-inch display, 1080 is more than enough. Yeah, this thing, I think they said it was like 15.6 inches. On a small laptop screen, past 1080 is just a waste. Everything is so tiny. On a 32-inch monitor, 4K is a must. Yeah, no, I would agree. Very nice. Also, welcome to the stream. Ooh, there's lava. Let's go. There's also lava over there. Um, let's let's dive into it, shall we? Just kidding. Dive. Just kidding. Dive. Just kidding. All right. And then got all of this lava. Look at it go. Oh, look at there. My FPS has gotten better. How lovely. Let's look over here. Because I saw just a little bit of lava right there. Okay. And then we'll go into these trees here. I think I see some water over there. Let's go drink some water. If it's not water, it's blue to me. No, that's definitely water. Look at that stream. You could probably catch some fish in this stream. All right, sure. Let's change it. It's bright. My eyes. My beautiful, beautiful eyes. So if we go over here, there's more of a waterfall. Let's see. That one started and from that hole there. Nice. Yeah, no, I would agree. It is beautiful. Man, this thing's getting such a workout. This is like watching Richard Simmons work out. I loved running a little Minecraft server for my friends and co-workers for a few years. Had a bunch of interesting plugins too. Welcome back, Methane. Glad to have you here. Build a house on that cave? What am I going to build it on or with? Let me go into this cave here, I guess. I'm just kidding. Look at all this water. Oh, left. My bad. What file manager are you using? Been looking into alternatives. Um, Normally I would recommend Nautilus. Having said that, however, I'm currently using Thunar. We need like a torch or something. Oh, my bad. I don't know. I'll eventually figure this out with the stream. I don't understand why some things don't work with the stream. I don't know. For CLI, I would prefer Ranger. Well, Thunar is like, I don't know. For me, I don't really need a lot when it comes to, like, if we're talking about looks, I like Nautilus, but in regards to, um, like split view, I personally prefer Thunar. All right, so let's build a house in this cave here. I guess. We'll go down to this little area here. We'll just, we need to get some light, actually. Oh, I'm not sure if I want to do that command. Clara, what does it do? The only reason I like Dolphin is because it has video preview for video files on thumbnail hover. I didn't know it could do that. No, I'm not really a fan of, I'm not really a fan of Dolphin. Like, I tried it, and I can't get down with it. Um, just switch from X11 to i3. Oh, X11/i3 to Wayland/Sway. Much less painful than I was anticipating. Gotcha. Okay. So no back ports. Gotcha. All right. Now, if I can just be reminded of how to build again, I got to figure out. I think I need to go get some. I mean, I'm in creative. I should know how to do this. But I'm trying to get to my book. Yeah, no, I wouldn't give up either, personally. I just, for me, like, I couldn't deal with the certain aspects of it, of like NixOS. But no, I still think it's worth using. Oh, you know what we forgot to do, you guys? We go to options. There we go. Now it feels better. Look at that action, though. I need to place a block there. Just trying to clear out a space for my new home. All right, now I gotta look this up. Okay, yes, I can access inventory, but then hey Toto, welcome back. Glad to have you here. Oh, E is for inventory. Yeah, I was just about to look at my key bindings. Thank you though. Building blocks. We got some colored blocks. I guess. Well, no, we don't want to do wool. Um. I'm just trying to remember. You know what we should do? We should get some tinted glass. And on top of that, let's do a diamond pickaxe. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Wow. Well, you guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna plug up. That is actually the first time I've heard of someone bricking their laptop for the use of Gentoo. No, sorry, not Gentoo. What was it? OpenSUSE. Yeah, I thought OpenSUSE was supposed to be pretty top notch. Okay, well, never mind. I cannot reach my USB port there. I have one less USB port on this computer. Um, Post office delivered something about without banging up the box. That's a first. I know that's right. Oh no! Kernel panic. My RAM got messed up. Couldn't boot at all, and the USB ISO got corrupted. My dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's go down here actually. Or no, we'll go over here. And then see, I keep trying to place the blocks there. Not really working out too well. It would be a lot better if I had my my external mouse. Yeah, I mean there's always next time, I suppose. Yeah, I actually I had the option to go back to Grub, and I um did not take that opportunity. I decided to go with System D again, and also decided to go with Better FS because I had to do a um. So the thing about my old laptop, the reason why I couldn't just transfer the SSD over is because I found out that it has um what am I trying to say, Zippix? They have like very small screws, or like the heads on them, like the Phillip head is like very um small. So I'd have to have like a very small um I'd have to have a very very small screwdriver just to just to do anything with it. Just building a little house. Wasn't me. Um, let's see what's going on with the chat here. Yeah, Debian's pretty good, I would say. I like Debian. Um, let's see. What is the benefit of System D? I've always just used Grub. Well, for me, System D is like the only experience that I have with System D is like when I just go to um when I go to open up my computer. Like it's a very simple, like it works similar to Grub in my opinion, but like Grub I think is more customizable if I'm not mistaken. To where System D is just like very minimal. Um which, at this point doesn't really matter to me one way or the other whether or not I use um System D or Grub. It really doesn't matter. Um when you hear people moaning about System D, they're not talking about the bootloader. Right. Um I I don't know. Like for me, I don't know that much about um System D. The only thing I really know about it is the fact that I boot into it. I don't really keep up with it. Um can you just lay some there you go. Did not really want to smash any of that. So then I guess that leads to a really good question. Like what problems do people have with System D? I mean, you can't really see this very well, but I made a house. Really, all it takes is just like a box. I'm in this box. Um, okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm just reading chat here. Don't mind me. I don't know. Like I said, with Kashi, it becomes default. So I mean that's what I went with at the time. I went with everything that was default. Yeah, you can definitely change it. They had like all kinds of different options. My go-to would have been either Grub or System D. And I just went with defaults for everything. I figured it didn't really matter that much to me all that well. We'll go down here to the sandy area. Oh no, it's raining. Look at all the rain, you guys. Yeah, I just want to see how the FPS was doing. Yeah, how about let's not do that, you guys? I do want a cordial uh discussion here. All right. There we go. We got that cleared up. The weather is clear. Yeah, I have no idea what we're talking about at this point. Gotcha, gotcha. All right, let's look at our inventory. Let's see what we can build here. Um, we can build a brick house. Hmm. That's funny. I'm just trying to place a block, my dude. Can I just place a block? Probably not. Not there. It's not a good place. My bad. We'll go to this little area here. There we go. I don't know, man. This just gets like really difficult when it comes to placing the blocks here. Yeah, there we go. And then I could probably chop down this cherry tree, but I'm not going to. Yeah, arch is pretty good. Oh, that's funny, voice. That's real funny. And no, let's be honest here. Uh the only reason why I said something about the performance of my last computer was because there were other people that also had an issue with the way that my old computer was running. I wanted to be able to provide something uh for people that were coming to the stream. And if it's not running as well as it should, then yes, I will give my 2 cents about it. All right, and then actually, I think we need to go one more layer. Oh, I guess I can't. There we go. Got it. Uh. Oh, I like it better this way. A game or something to look at while chatting to the creator. No, for sure. You know, and like I said, I wanted to be able to provide something so that way people, because you guys were interested in joining the server, or not the server, but the stream. Why not? We're gonna cover ourselves in complete darkness. because why not? In my mind, I think it is. I'm hiding from all the bears in this game. Alright, let's get out of it. Let's do that time set thing again. I like that. Gotta craft the bear spray. Yeah, you know what was funny was I was just watching that episode yesterday from South Park about like they took our jobs. All right, and then let's place a block down there. Whoops. There we go. And then yeah, I just want to make sure that we have our real estate here. Go ahead and get rid of that. And then there we go. Oh, what's going on in the chat here? Yep, exactly. Oh, that's just nasty. I mean, either or, Arthurus. Either or. Build a subscribe button. All right. Bet. All right. Let me see if I can do that. It would be under the colored blocks. We don't want to use red wool, though. I don't think we want to use concrete either, or concrete powder. What do we want to use? Ooh. Maybe we do want to use the, I don't know. What to do? I guess we'll use concrete. Let's see what's going on here. Do. Gotcha. Okay. So, the way that we're going to build this subscribe button, this button, is we're going to start here. Actually, I think we're going to need a lot more room than this. Okay, and then... Alright, it's definitely going to need to be bigger. So get rid of all of this grass. If I can find the right buttons. And then I tell you what, let's just put a... Yeah, there we go. Because we gotta be able to have... we are building a subscribe button. But I think it's gonna have to be bigger because we gotta fit the text in there. Which means that we also need to get some white concrete. We need to stick that there. I'm not trying to bust the block. I'm trying to get it to work. This is the only thing I hate about like the track pads. All right. And then let's go ahead and just do that. Then we'll come back over here. All right, so we have an S down so far. Um, just looking at the chat, making sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, so I see a lot of people are fans of the comedy of like adult animation. It's nice to be able to relate. Okay. I don't really want these leaves, though. Then we'll just place these down here, because we're definitely going to need the space. Okay, so far so good. Now we just got to place some red ones. Well, that is good. I'm glad you got Zen on Nyx. That's good. It does look like an 8. But then tell me this. In an 8-bit world, how do you make a B? All right. Let's put down some blocks. And then let's just continue. We'll place these blocks here. Yeah, I'm like really hyper focused on this button now. Let's see. I think I missed some chats in here, but oh well. Yeah, flakes are these. If I had to describe it like in, I guess, arch terms. Of course, this is just opinion as well. But if I had to describe it, I would describe it as like it being like the AUR, where it's, well, actually, it's worse than the AUR because at least with the AUR, you're not having to compile packages. From my understanding, I think there is some compiling that has to be. Actually, no, I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong on that. I'm not going to speak on that. Flakes are. Oh boy, how do I describe flakes? Okay, well, you know how like when you have this neighbor that's like that like doesn't know how to work a computer. And then you teach them how to work a computer. And then they ask you, well, what's a mouse? That is what flakes are to me. If anyone can follow with that logic, like, kudos to you guys. Okay, I'll say that first and foremost. But here we go. We have, it is not the full subscribe button, but it is a subscribe button nonetheless. No, I'm good. Add a button to the center of it. What you mean add a button in the center of it? Then it would just be YouTube. No, I don't want it to be dead though. No, we can do that. I think it would actually be. All right, give me a minute. Yeah, I guess we could add a white frame. All right. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to finish this up real quick, and then I'm gonna have to head on out. So what we'll do is we'll chop up everything. Maybe a rainbow border. Dang it. There we go. All right, let me just figure out how I want to go about this. So you're saying to do like the YouTube logo and put a play button in the middle of it. Is that right? Before we go through with this, I just want to make sure that that's everyone's consensus. And you know what? For that matter, we're not even going to make it square. No, we're gonna make this into as much of a circle as I can. There, see? Make a play button. Yeah, I think that's what he meant too. Yeah, it just, as far as like your FPS goes, like it really just depends on your settings. All right, and then let's see. How many blocks do we have here? I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So probably about like right here, I would place a square. No, let me take that back. Okay, let us instead, let me place the block about like right there. Let's see what's going on. But I'm saying with the same settings, it changes way more than most other games who give a consistent experience. Oh yeah, no, I see what you mean now. All right, and then yeah, I think that's about all right. And then we'll just fill it with some red blocks. If I can actually get it to select the red blocks. Are we going to be picky about it now? Is that what we're doing, game? Yeah, next time I'll definitely remember to plug in my mouse. And then all right, let's back up. Let's see what that looks like. Isn't she pretty? Let's see what's going on here. Yep, the white part is on a diet. Yes, it's gonna have to be. I'm just using a trackpad. That's the only problem. I just forgot to plug it in. And like it's the way that my USB ports are configured, I would It's like really complicated to get to the USB port right now because I've got a bunch of stuff plugged in. Um, looks like a 90-degree hat. Not gonna lie, she ain't purty. Oh, that's my daughter you're talking about. And if you gonna take her to this dance, you gonna act right. You ain't gonna say that sort of crap in front of me. I mean, she ain't a looker, but it's a play button. There you go. It's a play button. Oh, you know what I could do, I guess? I guess I could add like a white border if I wanted to. Oh, I once played with a friend who played on a trackpad. He was really good at it too. Like you couldn't even notice he was playing on a trackpad. Yeah, here's the thing. If I'm streaming and playing like video games and stuff like that, yeah, I'll use a regular mouse. But if it's just to like surf the web or like switch between workspaces and stuff like that, I would much prefer the trackpad. It definitely has its use cases. But yeah, wow, this stream's been going on for a while. Um, how is your ball mouse any better than the trackpad for gaming? It's all about how you look at it. It's all about perspective. You ever played with a controller? If you've played with a controller, then and this is what I don't understand about like when people ask me questions like this, I don't understand why people have this idea that like it's somehow difficult. Like if you've played on a PlayStation or Xbox controller, you should be able to use that ball like using the camera on your controller, like using the joystick on it. That just baffles me how like I get criticized so much for like the type of mouse that I use, but then it's like they go and they play these fancy controllers, and I'm just like, how can you sit there and judge me like that? Like I personally don't get it. Depends on the trackpad. They are crap ones. Yeah, y'all's got me to say it today. Yeah, it's been great having you, HRF. We're glad to have you. Hopefully, we'll see you again. In fact, it's not going to be too long before I go as well. Just talking with chat, making sure we're all good before we head out. No, it's a USB mouse. Well, I mean, that's probably why then. That's probably why. You just have to experience it to know it. But yeah, I think that is going to be the end of the stream for today. I do want to thank everyone for heading or for coming out. And what I will say before we do leave, a couple things. is first of all, I don't understand what this top fan stuff is for. Like, what do you use the XP for? I just now noticed that. Oh, gotcha. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to give it a like. You know, a thumbs up would be helpful. If you really enjoyed my content, consider subscribing today. It helps out me as well as the channel. And if you guys need to, I do have a Discord as well as a Matrix room. If you guys would like to get in contact with me off stream. And with that being said, it's been great, and I'll see you guys later.